Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's post-match press conference after a game against Red Bull New York. We have head coach Pascal Jansen. If we have any questions, please raise your hand. We're going to start with Glenn, followed by Scott, followed by Matt. Glenn.
There's Glenn.
Oh. How are you, Coach?
I'm good. No testing with the mic now?
No. It is nice to see smiles on the faces of the boys and yourself even. To what extent, outside of the result, as the game progressed, it really you could feel the confidence level increasing almost by the moment. And that maybe was part of the issue in some of these games. So how important was that aspect of this game?
Well, I think you describe it just the way it is. The only thing I disagree with is the majority of the games that we played so far, apart from Vancouver, in my opinion, and parts against Montreal, were pretty decent. Played some good football, scored some fantastic goals, but individual errors were part of the story. And today, as we played, you could feel the confidence coming back into the team. Set pieces on our end again, back to the level where we left off last season. I was a little concerned when they equalized at that moment, because that was a particular moment which was also part of the story in the previous games. But to see how we stood our ground in a tough away game against a good opponent with a lot of movement in the team, and playing as solid as we did in the majority of the phases in possession was good to see.
Scott?
Hey Coach, Scott Schertzen, Street Punk Soccer.
Hi, Scott.
Hey, congratulations, number one on the win. I know it's really needed in this case, but talk a little bit about the defense providing the offense tonight. Thanks.
Well, if you put that in perspective, as what I told you guys just now, the defensive part of the game was a little worrying at times in the previous games, but you could see once we're good on the ball, we're solid, and we have a good defensive organization, a good defensive structure, it's hard to score goals against us. And if you play the way we do, especially in the second half, a few moments we should have taken more advantage of the moments that we created. And then you feel also, even though the confidence is growing, you feel a certain tension within the game, because like you all remember the game against Cincy, where it's a win game, or the quality in the first half against Charlotte, which was very high. A little anxious maybe if they do get one back on the scoreboard, but that just went out of the game again, and we controlled it until the end, which was a good thing to see.
Matt, are you okay?
Hey Coach, Matt Mangum, New York Soccer Journal. Congrats on the win.
Thank you, Matt.
Obviously, you guys get 3 goals off corner kicks today from assist by Maxi Moralez.
Yeah.
Was that a part of the game plan at all? And I mean, just Maxi Moralez, talk about his performance as well.
Well, it's part of every game and every game plan, because we put a lot of emphasis on set pieces as well, especially when you play games that are very close to each other, very tight games. Set pieces can always make the difference. And we've experienced a couple of moments in the recent games where it didn't go our way, because then the set piece would make the difference not in our advantage. And today was a good thing to see that the quality of the delivery was very high, but also the movement in front of the goal, because we see these movements in training like every week. So I'm so happy for Raul and for Thiago, especially because they have the quality, and they were so close so many times, and today they got it done.
Michael, followed by George.
Coach, Michael Batista, the Cup.us.
Hi, Michael.
Just want to ask you, what was your reaction to the support tonight? 500 away fans up in the corner, sometimes louder than the Red Bull fans at times. What was that like for you guys? How much of a momentum booster was that for you?
It's fantastic. I'm lucky that I've experienced one more moment in last season as well, in the away game, and I knew going into that game there was a lot of people that support us would rather not come to this stadium, and did come, and they saw a fantastic game last season, and I hope they enjoyed us today again. But we are very well aware of the position we take in their lives also, and it's something I addressed also going into this game, making sure that we realize what this means for our fans, but also the phase that we're in, because every time you're close, but the coin fell the other way. And it was good to see that the coin fell our way today, and that the energy was there, and the chemistry was there with the fans in an away stadium like here was a good thing to see.
George?
Coach George from NYCFC, congrats on a win.
Thank you, George.
Now that you're kind of you're going to obviously have a little more games than the rest of the people because you're still in the tournament.
Yeah.
How are you going to deal with the depth and making sure everybody's still getting everything going before the big break?
Yeah.
Before the big break comes.
Yeah, that's the main question. That was the main question going into this stretch of games anyway, so it doesn't change. But at this level, you want to be competitive and as long as possible. And we're very clear on our goals in a tournament like the Open Cup. So that's very clear, but it has to be managed, obviously. We have enough bodies, we have enough players, but you also have to make sure that the guys that fulfill the key roles within the team stay fresh and good enough in order to compete in these games every time. So that is on us. There's also a great responsibility with the players themselves, and that is something that we've emphasized in last season already, what it takes in order to play between 40 and 50 games, which is in the big leagues in Europe is a very normal thing. So for guys to have played their 11th or 12th game since we started the competitive games is not such a big deal. Just make sure you're ready. A lot of emphasis on your recovery and making sure that you're available for the next game again.
Jonathan, followed by Jake.
Hey Pascal, Jonathan Maxi in New York.
Hi, Jonathan.
Time and congrats on the win.
Thank you.
I just wanted to know your thoughts on Malachi Jones' first half performance. I think he made his first start in about 2 years.
Yeah.
And then could you talk about your thinking behind the substitution as well, taking him off after the first half?
Well, the second part of your question is an easy one because we still have to be creative in order to get Malachi to the level where we think he should be before he starts competing for 90 minutes or even 90 plus. But I'm very excited from what I've seen in the first half, apart from the moments I've already seen in training since preseason. But today, in such a big game as this one, to see Malachi with the qualities that he has and can bring to the game, it was phenomenal to see this. He was so happy, obviously, because he was only allowed to play 45. We had to take him off, and I said I was almost ready to pick a fight with the medical staff to keep him on longer, but health comes first, obviously. And but this looks promising. I hope he stays fit and available, and that we can enjoy Malachi for a very, very long time. He has very special qualities. He's a special player.
We'll go with Jake, followed by JR.
Hey Pascal, Jake Nissen, New York Post. This was the first time that New York City has beaten the Red Bulls in an elimination game. Obviously, a lot of that predates your time here. But just what does that mean, and as someone that's in the role that you're in, and yeah, just the rivalry.
Well, it comes back to the question your colleague asked behind you. I'm very happy for the team, obviously, but I'm also very excited and very happy for everybody that loves our club and the fans that were here today, but also the fans watching the game. End of the day, we play the game for them. So being part of this this historic moment, as you mentioned, is a good thing. I hope we beat them many more times at home, but also here. But also looking at the phase that we're in, like I discussed with you guys just now, it's also a huge moment for the team to feel the emotions of a win again, and hopefully it will help us get back on our feet also in the MLS.
JR, ready to go?
Hey Coach, JR DeBart, Blue City Radio. Nico Cavallo gets the start today at left back.
Yeah.
Can you talk about your decision to start him and overall what your thoughts were?
Yeah, the same as what I said about Malachi, in the sense of happy that Nico was able to help the team like he did. But the level and the quality he brought to the game today is a result of his patience and hard work in training. You guys also know that this is his second year with the club. He came from college, had some difficulties in his availability last season. He had a very good preseason, and he had to wait this season again because Kevin O'Toole is the #1 left fullback. he brings a lot of quality to the game as well. But to see what Nico was able to bring in this game and the phase that we're in as a team, that was very, very impressive. I asked Kevin O'Toole after the game what he thought about his performance, and he said it was fantastic. And I said it was almost fantastic, because he should have killed that moment off and given us the fourth goal. Then it would have been fantastic. But nevertheless, he's forgiven for tonight.
Final one, we'll go with Roberto.
Hi, Pascal. Two things, if I can. One, have you ever seen a game where you saw basically 3 identical corner kick goals like you guys scored tonight? And then on the other, how much joy does it bring you that defensively you really only gave up 2 good opportunities throughout 90 minutes?
Yeah, well, like I said, Roberto, I'm very happy with the defensive performance also, because as I mentioned in the previous games, there were defensive solid phases in the games, but there were individuals that either shut down for a moment or were not present for a moment, and then we concede important goals, and that wasn't the case today. As I mentioned going into this, as I mentioned earlier in this pressure, there was a moment where we're in attack, and Agu doesn't wait for the bodies to arrive in the box. So the goalkeeper picks it up and they restart very fast. And within, I think, 3 or 4 passes, they're almost in our 18-yard. But you see the moment with Raul, he wants to jump to the side in that moment. And this is part of our conversation a week ago. And you could see the hesitance after he realized, oh, that's not the best choice. I should be somewhere else. The ball was already in the middle and it was in the back of the net. But to see how they handled their business afterwards, that was the most impressive for me, because you can whine about that moment, but there's so much playtime to go through, and how they handled that was impressive today, and it also made our defensive performance as solid as it needed to be tonight.
And as far as the goals?
Yeah, the corner kicks, I haven't seen them in my own games that I've coached, but I know that Maxi has the deliverer of the service, and he can deliver these passes, and I know the qualities of the guys that made the finishes, because I've seen them do it in training a zillion times. So it was only a matter of time to get it done in a competitive game.
Great, thank you everybody.
All right, good night.
How you feeling after the start?
Oh man, I got to give all the glory to God, because I mean, I think it's been way too long, and I came back physically, but it was another thing to come back mentally, and thankful to Pascal for giving me the opportunity to find myself. Coming off in Vancouver, pretty excited to get the minutes, not the way I wanted to start, but then last couple of weeks in training, just been focused on getting minutes with the second team, and then starting to build minutes here with the first team, and I'm beyond thankful for all those that kind of supported me in this process, because it's been a long journey, but I mean, the fans have been really, really faithful with their encouraging messages. I keep getting on my DMs all throughout the process, and I cannot say how thankful enough I am to be back in front of our supporters and wearing the badge again and giving it all out there.
How does it feel to be back for a derby?
Oh my goodness, I mean, when I saw my name on the starting sheet, I had to blink twice to make sure it was really Malachi Jones that was going to be on that left wing. But there's nothing that brings the passion out more than a New York derby. And I've watched a few of them in 25, watched the sweep it, and so I knew coming out here, I just wanted the opportunity to be able to, give something that the city fans are going to be proud of, and I felt like today, as a team, we did that, and then it's a stepping stone for what we need to do now in the MLS moving forward.
Speaking of the city fans, can you talk a little bit about them that traveled out for that game?
Oh my goodness, to all you guys watching this, I thank you. I mean, the support was unbelievable. I think I heard you guys more so than the Red Bull fans when I was on the bench, and that just shows how committed you guys are to us and how committed we are to you guys. So thank you for traveling in the rain and making New Jersey blue as well as we are.
Pascal said he joked and said that he was going to get into a fight with the medical staff because he had to take you off after 45. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I needed a halftime whistle, but after that, I felt I felt like I could give it some more, and I'm again thankful for the 45 minutes. But like the goal is to build and play a full 90 minutes and give it all for the team whenever my name's called. So again, just thankful for the opportunity here, and we'll see where the next minutes come from. Whether it's with the second team building more minutes there, or with the first team, I'm excited for the opportunity. Because I want to be back to 100% Malachi that was flying in 24. So that's just the goal.
Any other questions?
Thank you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Enjoy the night.
No quiero decir que es su último año, pero ya casi sabemos que casi estamos cerca, ¿no? Estos derbis, ¿cómo se siente ya todavía jugando en estos derbis y cómo se siente todavía ganando?
No hay una fecha especial, pero obviamente soy consciente que queda poco, pero nada, disfrutarlo, más que nada disfrutarlo, saber que hay que jugar con todo, porque la clase de partidos se juegan de esa forma, como hoy lo hicimos todos, teníamos una racha negativa y creo que hoy lo demostramos bastante bien, fuimos bastante superiores. Y nada, pasamos el turno que era lo que buscábamos y mañana buscamos.
Maxi.
Es cierto, hoy casi te haces un golazo olímpico y lindo al final del partido con la familia, que se siente pues, prácticamente, se siente en New Jersey, prácticamente ya es como otro Nueva York, aparte porque hoy los hinchas estaban al tope, ustedes estaban jugando al máximo. Fue un partido lindo para ustedes y obviamente se logró el triunfo que se hicieron con todos.
Sí, la verdad que bueno, estuve cerca de competir, pero bueno, más allá de eso, ese resultado que fue algo positivo. Podríamos haber convertido un poco más, creo que durante los 95 siempre se jugó, lo manejamos bastante bien, jugamos muy bien, mejor que ellos, el resultado ahí el resultado, sin duda, disfrutarlo con la gente que vino, agradecerle porque es mitad de semana, un día feo, llovía. Y bueno, creo que se hayan ido con la victoria, con el sabor que bueno, que vinimos acá, jugamos bien y ganamos.
Maxi, how does it feel about 3 assists on corner kicks tonight?
Yeah, today we have look, honestly, we train every single day, the free kicks, the set pieces, and today we have 3 big chances to score. So we are so happy with this, but we need to tomorrow rest. Going to see next game is in a couple of days and try to stay the best shape but for win the MLS game.
Actually, so sorry, one more for me. We saw that you clapping the fans, I think, when you went over to take one of the corners in the second half. Their appreciation for you. How big of a result is this tonight for you guys going forward?
No, for us it's important. It's a derby, so always it's a big 3 points. This game is for we pass the next line. It's important for sure for the fans, very important. But for us too, we have the last 3-4 games bad result. So when this kind of game for take a rest a little bit and we look for the next game Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Raul, how do you feel for your first goal for the club?
For me, I'm just so happy because the game is so hard and I scored this time. The game feels so happy and confidence. But the most important is the win. With him, we need that win for continue to work, and I'm so happy for that.
Talk about Maxi Moralez. I mean, 3 assists for him tonight.
Maxi Moralez is, you know that I don't need to say nothing about him. He's a high quality guy. I'm so happy for stay with us, and I'm so proud with him. They make assistant for me.
Yeah, I have to go to the road traveling fans that were here. All the supporters that came, all the New York fan supporters that were in the travel.
I think it's for us is the big. I feel proud because they give us support, they give us everything for more energy, and I feel very comfortable in the game for do our job and do the principle that we for them.
Can you talk to me about your relationship with maybe Thiago Martins? Both of you on the score sheet tonight, but you've built a really nice partnership there, and that was on showcase today.
Because Thiago Martins is Brazilian, right? It's more easy to talk in the game. I learned too much with him. He tried to talk with me all the time for attention, for everything. I have a lot of chemistry with him, and I feel so happy to play with him. And today, both score. This is more important than win. The New York City is a win. It's the most important for us.
Thank you, everybody.
Sunday against DC United. For sure. Today I enjoy the moment, the feelings, and tomorrow focus total in the another game. It's not different for us. We're training hard, prepare for the match, and we go there for win the match and continue to do our job and like we're gonna do.
Thank you.